The United States has expressed worries over Nigeria's inability to protect Christian communities following the abduction of 177 worshippers in Kaduna State. Bandits were reportedly seen moving freely through forest corridors with their captives days after attacking churches in Kurmin Wali community, Kajuru Local Government Area. 11 victims managed to escape, while 166 remain in captivity. A high-level U.S. delegation arrived in Nigeria for a week-long diplomatic tour to review counterterrorism measures and the protection of vulnerable religious groups across Africa, the Middle East, and Europe. The visit coincides with heightened tensions after Nigeria was designated as a country of particular concern over alleged religious freedom violations, claims the Nigerian government has rejected. Officials emphasized the need for stronger security operations, accountability, and protection for communities in northern states. Let's now turn to Senator Shehu Sani, formerly representing Kaduna Central, to speak to the recent attacks and the reaction it is garnering. Thank you very much, sir, for being here with us. Let's get your overall impression of the handling of this latest security situation. Is this a confirmation of all that's been said about genocide in Nigeria and the manner in which it was handled?
Well, thank you for having me in your program. Well, first of all, Kaduna State is a state with 23 local governments. And we have been facing the problems of banditry and terrorist attacks in the last 10 years. And to the glory of our Lord, efforts have been made in the last 2 years to secure schools, secure mosques, and secure churches in most parts of the state. Well, nobody says that there is no attacks and there is no kidnappings. But if you will look at it, progress have been made in terms of securing most of these communities in the last 2 years. Now, where these attacks happen and where this kidnapping happened has been one of the epicenters of terror attacks in the last 10 years. And it is not to say that the whole state is under terror attacks and nothing has been done. But terrorists and bandits would always go a step ahead of you and attack such soft targets. So it's not possible to say that you have 100% protection. But to us in Kaduna State, we know that there are appreciable progress in the last 2 years.
I'm not talking, sir, I'm actually talking specifically to the over 160 individuals that were kidnapped recently. I'm talking about the response from the government, the response from security agencies. It had to take non-governmental organizations and journalists to go there, speak to the people, to confirm that indeed there was an attack. So I wanted your response to that specific handling of the situation. Up until now, those people have not been released.
Well, it's not about up until now. We have had cases where people have been kidnapped and they remain in the hands of their kidnappers for over a year or two. But I'm confident from the contacts I've made is that I believe in the next few days, these captives will be released, in the sense that so far the government has assured that these captives will be released very soon. And where this kidnapping happened was part of my senatorial constituency. And in the last few years, when kidnapping like this happens, it doesn't take so long. But I believe that the Kaduna State government, the police, the army, and other security agencies are doing their possible best. And I don't have a doubt that they will soon regain freedom. So I believe in what the government is saying in this time. But it's unfortunate that this tragedy happens, and there should be more effort to secure worshipping centers, especially in places like Kajuru and other parts of southern Kaduna.
All right, let me come from another angle. I've had this conversation in the past. Since it happened, we've had that conversation almost on a daily with developments coming up. And one of the submission was a condemnation of the manner in which the whole situation was addressed. And there's been calls from civil society to say that this kind of behavior is not helpful. So I see that you've spoken. Commendable that the government is working to see that this situation is resolved. But then the handling of it, and then we hear that these people are working, seeming to be talking to the community, and the police are saying they are on top of it. You're expressing optimism, but you've really not said anything about the handling.
Well, for now, a kidnapping has happened, and the hostages are in the hands of their captives. So if there is anything that will be of use now is how do we get these captives alive and safe back to their families? So one can condemn the kidnapping, one can criticize the handling of the issues, but the most important thing is rescuing these captives and returning them back home. It has happened in Niger State, in the Catholic school, when they were attacked. It also happened in Kaduna State some few years ago. But the most important is what should be done now to secure the release of these captives from their captors. So that is my submission on that. Whatever we're going to see now should be towards getting them back home. And I believe that is what is most.
So the concern that has been expressed, including myself as a person, I think that this rescue, we talk about the rescue, and then maybe we rescue these people. In another 1 month, another group of persons are kidnapped, or before the next week is over, we hear something, So I'm asking, in terms of managing the way these things happen and our response holistically, this is not just a minor incident. It is something that is reoccurring, and our handling of it seems to be emboldening the assertion by the United States, for instance, that the handling of situation here in this country is questionable.
Well, let me show you how things like this happen. You see, we are fighting an insurgency. We are fighting bandits. We are fighting terrorists as a country. And I don't think even the United States, as a superpower, will say they have the wherewithal and the means to protect the whole parts of the country when we have seen attacks on churches, attacks on schools, government going into supermarkets and killing people even in the United States. And it's not something that happens once and will never happen, and it keep on happening. But the point is that what are the security agencies doing? What is the government doing in terms of preventing such things and ensuring that at least a large part of the state is well protected?
That is at the heart of my question, sir. That's at the heart of my question to you. Yes.
This is what I'm saying, is that for a state with 22 local governments and a state that is divided into 3 senatorial zones, most part of the state is secured. And these incidents that happen, I believe that is part of what these terrorists usually do when they see that other parts of the state are well insulated from their actions. So it's not something that I would say that it happened today, it will not happen tomorrow. But the most important thing is that government should step up its effort using technology and all the resources it has to protect worshiping centers
in 50 seconds.
So that is what needs to be done for now.
All right, quickly, I'm told we're almost out of time. We understand the high-level delegation from the U.S. is here for a week-long diplomatic tour to review our counterterrorism measures. What are your thoughts about this interest by the U.S. and this seeming collaboration that has happened since late December to now between Nigeria and U.S. in terms of our fight against insecurity?
Well, as a country, we need support. we need the support of the United States. And I'm very much glad and happy that the U.S. is now going to work in tandem with Nigerian security, in partnership with Nigerian security agencies to address this problem. Terrorists and bandits have been attacking our people, have been killing our people, have been kidnapping our people for almost 1.5 decades. And technology is very important. And I think the expertise, the experience of the United States will help a lot. So I'm very much impressed, and I hope that this will be the beginning of the end of this terrorism and terror attacks we have been experiencing in the northern part of Nigeria. These bandits are not people whom you can just trust or whom you can simply agree with that when you say this, they will not go the next day. So using technology and giving our security agencies the necessary training and speciality in terms of tracking down these terrorists and exterminating them is what we need. So I very much welcome this partnership, and we hope it should be sustained, and their spread should go beyond a section part of the country. It should go to the whole part of the country to ensure that our people are secured. So United States is very much welcome. Any country in the world that wishes they want to help us, they should come and help us to address this problem. Not just say that you sympathize with us or you condemn terror attacks against country. The interest the U.S. has shown in terms of addressing this problem, something that is commendable.
Senator Shehu Sani, thank you very much for obliging us tonight.
Thank you for having me.